I hope you're good. I hope you're great. I hope you're having a lovely day. Now, check this out. We have some updates on the rent manipulation scenario. We have an update on what is being done with it. So, first things first, what I want to get across is the Financial Markets Act. I also didn't know about this. It's new to me, but now that I've read about it, I understand it. But all in all you guys need to know about this act or this law or this bill is that this is to make sure that financial markets in South Africa work well and work fairly. So if you want to buy things like stocks, bonds, derivatives, you can do so fairly, knowing that no one is going to try and rob you. No one is doing anything funny to you. But of course, the banks found a way around this, and they broke the law essentially. So, what is being done about this? Like the Avengers, the money people of South Africa have come together. The Reserve Bank, National Treasury, and the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, FSCA, in short, they have come together, and essentially what they're trying to do is amend this bill, this financial markets bill, and try to make sure that something like this does not happen ever again. Because yeesh, this was bad. Now let's talk about what exactly that they're going to do. There's 3 things that they're trying to do. Number 1, they are going to start licensing over-the-counter derivative providers. Essentially, all those things that I mentioned before with the bonds and derivatives and such, all those services, they're going to be licensed or something along those lines. Secondly, they're going to try and include a foreign currency as a security. Now, if you ask me what does that mean exactly, I am also not sure. I mean, are we gonna start using the dollar as a type of security? I just don't know what that looks like practically, or if that even involves us as the public, or does this only involve these institutions? Number 3, they are going to try and increase their power so they can see and have more oversight over what happens in the Financial Markets Act to the foreign currency market, which is essentially an extension of number 2, which you could essentially say is just number 2.1. But those are essentially the 3 things that these institutions are trying to implement and improve upon on the Financial Markets Act. Now, I'm very interested in finding out what exactly this is going to do for us as the public. They do say that this will help. They do say that all of these implementations are going to help the people. But I really do hope that they do something and this bill comes into effect quickly, provided that there is no funny business behind the scenes. We all know how it is sometimes. I don't know what financial or foreign currency that they're trying to implement. I just hope that whatever happens, it's happening for the right reasons. Also, hey, it's times like this where I think about the BRICS currency and I'm thinking, we need something like this, man. We need something like that's serious, We need a currency backed by gold, but that's another story for another day. Another story we can speak about today, the 4-day work week. Maybe some of you guys have heard about it, some of you guys have not heard about it. So for the people who have not heard about it, it's essentially a 3-day long weekend and 4 days of the week you are working. It sounds good to me. Everything that's happened so far during the trial, everything is positive. Like everybody is happy, employers are happy, employees are happy, of course, because that's less work. Employers are happy because now I'm sure they have a reason to pay people less money now. But I think it's a good thing, man. I feel like in South Africa we all essentially work 6 days out of 7 days in a week, and a lot of the times people are getting paid about like 8,000 for working all those 6 days out of the seven. Sometimes you're working 7 out of 7 days, especially like the hard labor jobs. So I do hope that this is something that does get implemented. I've heard about it for a long time now. I think it's been 2 years that they've been doing it overseas, but this is the first time it's being implemented in South Africa. So if you are one of the people working in these 27 companies or 26 companies, so if you are one of these people, please let me know. Is it better? Is it worse? I'm sure you can enjoy your life more out of work, because yes, like 5, even the normal Monday to Friday work week, it takes its toll, man. It takes its toll. So I do hope that the 3-day weekend week is something that more companies are willing to adopt. But these 26 companies that have started with this trial, I hope they continue with it, and I hope it's all good. But yeah, man, that's it from me, and just a little message to everybody before we go. I do want to thank you guys for all of your support, all of you guys for tuning in. We're doing really, really well. I just checked the numbers on the podcast, and it was the first time me checking the numbers on the podcast, and wow, I'm thoroughly surprised, like pleasantly surprised. There are people from overseas listening, all of the people from overseas listening, hello. And yeah, I just do want to say, for new listeners, I do want to tell you guys what my podcast is about. Yes, it's about the news, but it's not just about the news that you'll see on the news, essentially, but it's about news that will affect you as the people. I don't like talking about the crime that happened at some random alley or some random street, or hijackings that happen wherever. I don't like talking about wars, everything with Russia, everything with Palestine. It's just, unless those things affect you as an individual, I will speak on it. And if I do speak on something that doesn't generally affect you as an individual, it'll just be for your own general knowledge on what's happening around the world. But that's what my podcast is about. It's just to scratch that little itch for you guys, because you guys will be watching the news and thinking to yourselves, what's this got to do with me? And I'm here just trying to deliver news that does affect each and every one of us around the globe. I mean, if you're listening wherever you are and think maybe rand manipulation is just about the rand, who knows? I mean, maybe the banks where you are doing the exact same thing, and most of these banks, they're just owned by the same people, especially these major banks. They bank across the world. If they're doing it to South Africa, chances are they're doing it to you too. Anyways, this has been Lefataleni, signing out.